Hey, Gucci always talking about he loves somebody. I don't love nobody. Hey, matter of fact, nigga, you owe me some money, don't you? Let me hear how I do this shit.
In a Benz with a spoiler kid, with my spoiler chick. Yellow diamonds on my neck and wrist, match this yellow kid. She a trip, shout it, she the shit. She know she the shit. If you don't buy her what she want, then she throw a fit. She a bitch, shout it, mean as shit, but she super thick. And she act silly like a kid, give her candy stick. She a bitch, make her flip a brick, make her sick a chick. She's a chick, I been striking dick, put your man the shit. I met a girl named Susie, I let her come my group. I know she's not a groupie, so I let her in my group. I stashed her in my fender wall, I stashed her in my tire. Susie is a money maker, but that bitch a liar. Susie rolling, worry, but that girl on fire. Pull us over down the road and said she has some priors. 10 bricks in my car, shawty singing like Mariah. Singing like the choir, belly and singing like Maya.
Well, my name is Susie, and Gucci think I love her. That sucker think I'm loyal, but I fucks with all the hustlers. I be with all the ballers. I be in all the spots. I might be in your kitchen, nigga, cooking with your pot.
I think I love her.
Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me.
I think I love her.
Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me.
I know I love her.
Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me.
I know I love her.
Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me.
I think I love her. Show me what, man. Polo's gun. I think I love this girl, man. Why? She's sweet, but keep beef. She stains her eye ring. 2-piece, she diabetes. And jeans, they dead meat. She sweet, she so deep. She read with good teeth. 2 jobs, she get cheese. Her dates are my treat. How neat, she loves to eat. We eat, bon appetit. We feed, she's so neat. And like me, she's so neat.
Niggas always talk, but I run the block. This bitch is so hot, my clip, I close shop. My wrist froze with rocks. I cop all the drops, unfold all the knots, expose the have-nots. My whole pose with pops like young Goldilocks. We got white bowls and rocks, ziplock stocks, the cop. We never close the shop. We hot, steaming hot. I'm Susie Sarah Block. Click, click, pop, pop, pop.
I think I love her.
Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me.
I think I love her.
Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me.
I know I love her.
Nigga, you don't love me. Hey, you don't love me. Nigga, you don't love me.
I know I love her.
Hey, you don't love me. Hey, you don't love me. Hey, you don't love me.
I think I love her.
Hey, hey.
What's going on, Conscious crew? All right, girl, I don't got a lot of time because I got a birthday shindig to get to, girl. So I need you guys to thumbs up the video, share the link, all of that stuff. Get the Conscious crew members up in here, girl, because I am not going to have time to like recap and have people being like, what's going on, girl? So we're going to do a little nasty encore. Thumbs up the video until it is stuck, and share so we can get the live stream on the road.
Gucci.
Wanna make love. King of the streets, and when these suckers see me, they should bow to my feet and kiss the ground underneath. I look down at the beef, that shit childish to me. 200,000 to see me, and it's been sold out for weeks. Camera shoulders with me. These stones in my choker are 2 carats a piece. Look like boulders to me. Damn, who colder than me? You think he colder than me? You more bipolar than me. You talking crazy. I'm trying to book Beyonce for my wedding day. I'm the type of nigga spend $1 million on a wedding cake. Niggas hate but hesitate. They hate to see you elevate. I just left out the gym. I'm about to take a swim and meditate. now it's time to celebrate. Ask me why I'm smiling, I say cause I make $2 million a day. And I might take your bitch and pay her bills, that's how I feel today. And I just wanna fuck, don't wanna chill, that's how I feel today. Making money like I'm making sweet love. I wanna make love, love, love. She say the money make her wanna make love. Wanna make love, love, love.
Hey yo, ain't talking housewives, but I'm in the Porsche. First I'ma scorch ya, then I'ma torture, then I'ma torture her, then I'ma offer $1 million for a show. They make they offer. Go against Nikki, it's gon' cost ya, cause now it's fuck ya. In the course, yeah. I rep Queens where they listen to a bunch of nods. I'm a yes, and these bitches is a bunch of nods. Trying to win a gunfight with a bunch of knobs. I win, get off the bench and give a bunch of fives. I don't see ya. Bitch, I'm the greatest, no Kendrick and no Sia. I'm the iPhone, you the Nokia. Everybody know they jealous, bitch, it's so clear. Tell them bum ass bitches to play they role. She see my sexy ass every time she scroll. I got it in the can. So your career gon' be with Anna Nicole. With your bum ass face. She ain't eating, but I swear she got some bum ass taste. Text her man like, dog, how that bum ass taste? Pay your rent and stay in your bum ass place. Oh, you the queen of this here. One platinum black album flop, bitch, where? I took 2 bars off just to laugh. You see, silly rabbit, to be the queen of rap, you gotta sell records. You gotta get plaques. S, plural like the S on my chest. Now sit your dumb ass down. You got an F on your test.
I'm making money like I'm making sweet love. I wanna make love, love, love. She say the money make her wanna make love. Wanna make love, love, love.
Happy birthday, Miss Moore.
See the money stack up. Hope that we don't ever break up. Wanna make love, love, love.
Oh. Girl, my titties are freezing. What's going on, Conscious Crew? Happy Saturday. I am so happy to have you guys in the building. I had initially set this live stream for 3, then I moved it to 6, and then I moved it now to 2:45, girl, okay? I overslept like a mother lover. I was up all night long, okay? Me and one of my niggas was watching the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, okay? It was pretty good. And then we actually watched also the new Mario Brothers movie, girl. Now, I'm not even into animated movies, girl, but Mario Brothers was lit, bitch, okay? So even if you have matured past these animation movies, girl, Mario Brothers was really good. It was really funny. It had me cackling, okay? Cackling, girl, okay? It was just a really good, wholesome situation. Now, what I mean by one of my niggas is y'all know that I'm not a monogamous bitch, okay? So you know, I believe in building niggas, okay? This one got a good quality, that one got a good quality, that one got a good quality, that one got a good quality, and you just combine their ass like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and get you a complete set, okay? Get you a whole situation, girl, okay? I do not believe that there is one single man that can just handle all of this and that is complete in all the ways that they need to be complete, girl. So I believe, girl, in Build-A-Bear type T, shout, period, bitch, okay? So up all night, watching movies, over fucking slept, woke up, had to crimp my damn hair and get situated and blah, 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 blah. And so, yeah, I'm on borrowed time right now, okay? So before we get thick off into this, I need you guys to thumbs up the video. Thumbs up, up, up until it is absolutely stuck. You guys know that thumbing up the video helps with the YouTube algorithm. Also, it triggers up the YouTube notification system. So notifications go zip-zabbing in every different direction to conscious crew members who have no idea that we're loud, live, and in color popping out puss on this good, God-given, amazing, blessed Saturday here, girl, okay? So you thumbing up the video is your way of directly inviting other conscious crew members into the chat, okay? YouTube is really raggedy, girl. They don't be sending out notifications like they need to, girl. I get emails and comments all the time about how YouTube is unsubscribing folk and they had to resubscribe and they didn't get their notifications. And somebody just congratulated me on 43.4. Okay, I told you guys this is what you need your haters for, girl, because they keep the seat and the bench warm, girl, okay? And you know, you just build and build and build upon, but don't get fixated on that number, okay? Because I've been cleaning up my chat by going into other people's chat and block, okay? And then all them hoes who think they're gonna come over here and tiptoe and enjoy it and be fixated upon the king, girl, realize that they block, honey, then they get mad and unsubscribe, girl. So expect to see this number going up and down, bitch, because I'm gonna be blocking this motherfucker. That's how we gonna do, girl. I like to help hoes who can't help themselves, okay? Because everybody be doing all of this, but nobody can seem to get the fuck away from the queen, girl. Okay, I mean, but do you blame them? Of course not. Who would, okay? But that's not what this video is about, okay? So if you're new here, welcome. Shout out to all of the new subscribers. Make sure that you have your notification bell set to all. And, okay, share the stream out. Wherever it is you have digital community, girl, whether that be YouTube community, wall, Facebook, Snapchat, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, bitch, go put it on the ops channel. I don't give a damn where you lay the link. Just let the whores know that we're loud, live, and in color. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, you guys, shout out to my baby mother, Celeste, girl. Y'all be throwing cash apps and donations on a bitch before I even get started, girl. Y'all know bands will make a bitch dance, girl. Shout out to baby mother on this Saturday for happy Saturday. God bless it, you bull. Okay, shout out to all of you guys in the building. Hey, BS, what's going on, Teresa? Hi, Sherry. Happy birthday to Patricia, girl. It's her sister's birthday today. Patricia, if you want to lay your cash app down in the chat, you can. Those who want to throw a little birthday coin on our moderator Patricia, girl, okay, don't hesitate to send her you know, some love and light on this God-given Saturday, girl. She turned 21. She old enough to drink and lift her damn skirt up and shit, baby. Okay, so let's celebrate 21 years of life, girl. Okay. Happy birthday, boo. Now, we got quite a bit to get into on this here evening, girl. I had to add some things to this here commentary, okay? First, we never got a chance to talk about Tina Turner. Okay, you guys know that the legend herself, girl, okay, what's love got to do with it? None of us know at this point in life, baby, okay? She passed away, and she allegedly died from natural causes, girl. So let's just talk really quick about Miss Tina and her life, and you know, her ability to fucking survive and push through. This is one incredible ass woman. Okay, now Miss Tina Turner, who has inspired generations and generations and will continue to inspire generations to come, rose to sensationalism in the 80s. Oh, hold on. My mic back up, girl. Okay, I always forget to put this mic back up, child. Okay. Tina rose to sensationalism in the 80s with hits like What's Love Got to Do With It, Hail Mary, and River Deep Mountain High, okay? Selling more than 100 million records. She won 12 Grammys, earned a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, became the first Black female to grace the cover of Rolling Stone, and was even featured in a few movies. Tina did her final public performance in 2009, retiring from the industry. A lot of people know Tina's glory, but do not know her story. Tina Turner, real name Anna Mae Bullitt, grew up poor, picking cotton to make a living in Nutbush, Tennessee. Like most poor Black Americans, Tina grew up in a dysfunctional, broken home where she witnessed her father physically abusing her mother, which would lead to both parents ultimately abandoning Tina early on in her upbringing. Her and her mother would later reconcile in life, or at least reconnect, but the relationship never got back on track, even after Tina spent her hard-earned money to buy her mother a home, which was equivalent to buying her mother's love, which was to no avail. But this would only be the beginning of Tina's growing trauma. She would go on to marry the infamous one and only Ike Turner in 1962, which Tina considered to be one of the most dramatic and traumatic eras of her life. She became so emotionally devastated and defeated by way of the abuse and turmoil that in 1968, she attempted to unalive herself by overdosing on sleeping pills. The musical pair would go on to divorce in 1976, asking only to keep her famous last name, and Ike could keep the rest. Ike would come to the end of his life in 2007 after an accidental overdose. She forgave her ex-husband for the abuse and realized it was his own addiction and pain that made him who he was. It wasn't the real person, but the shell of the individual that became the monster she knew him to be. As a result of having such a rough ride in life, she went on to be diagnosed with PTSD and suffered involuntary nightmares afterwards. Tragedy would strike again in 2018 when Tina's biological son, Craig, who was born in 1958 of Tina's then partner, Raymond Hill, who was a saxophonist for Ike Turner's band, King of Rhythm, would commit self-deletion in Los Angeles, California at the age of 59. The Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner confirmed that Tina's son was found unalive in his California home from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, leading to another indescribable tragedy in Tina's life and honoring her son by spreading his ashes along the coast. Despite Tina's larger-than-life persona, long legs and all, which allegedly were insured, Tina suffered from body dysmorphia her whole life, stemming from early childhood abuse. Hold on, I got something in my damn screen that is really fucking me up, honey. How doing? Okay, hold on. Okay, her body dysmorphia stemming from early childhood abuse. Those killer legs on Tina took her some time to embrace, even long after she had established herself as a star. She spent most of her career combating the intrusive thoughts that swept her mind about her body. She learned to overcome or at least manage the oppositional state of consciousness by replacing the harsh judgment she placed on herself with positive, uplifting thoughts about herself. A focus on self-love was her cure. It just goes to show that despite how glamorous or famous or successful someone is, all people are subjected to human nature. Her being famous didn't make it any better, as it made her question would anyone ever love her for who she truly was outside of the glitz and glams. She would soon receive an answer to that question when she met her soulmate, German music producer Erwin, in Europe in 1985. Despite there being love at first sight on both ends, Tina shied away from Irvin even after he proposed to her, which she declined out of fear, but would afterwards accept his proposal for the second time around, leading to them getting married in 2013 after 26 years of dating. Now, that's what the fuck I call vetting a ninja, okay? They lived in Switzerland after residing in Germany for some time, where they would spend the rest of their lives together. Not only did Tina divest, but she got her a man 16 years her senior so that he could still put that thing on her in her golden years. And his net worth was 50 million, okay? So what the hell does love have to do with it, okay? When he younger, richer, and love a bad bitch without her wig. Tina Turner, you better school the girls, girl. Okay. Why we couldn't get a master class, girl, before you left, child? But hardship would hit the married couple 3 weeks after their wedding ceremony, when Tina had a massive stroke that left her without the ability to stand or walk on her own. This woman was so adapted to survival that she refused the possibility of never walking again, leaving her to retrain her right arm and leg in order to reclaim her equilibrium, which she did successfully, making a full recovery. She cited that she was never depressed after being paralyzed in her leg and arm because she was too determined to move again independently. Now, and I think that's some inspiring shit, that this woman who replaced doubt and self-loathing with determination and passion, okay, this is literally what Christ means when he said, let thine eye be filled with light. Though it would hardly be the last obstacle in Tina's life, in 2016, she would go on to receive an intestinal cancer diagnosis, which spread so rapidly that it led to complete kidney failure. She was so ill that Tina Turner contemplated assisted self-deletion, which is legal self-deletion in Switzerland, where she... Hold on, I done lost my shit. Okay, hold on. Where she could have the aid and abetting of medical professionals, which is legal in Switzerland, where she and her husband reside. Her soulmate, Irvin, would prove to her his undying love for her by donating his kidney to Tina in 2017. And despite it being a high-risk surgery due to their age, it was successful, which led to Tina's health improving. She would go on to rest in peace on May 24th of 2023 due to natural causes. She may have lived to fight, but made a peaceful exit amongst the stars in the end. We want to send this musical goddess and ancestor all the love and thank you, Tina, for giving this world your gift, for your work will live on and many to come. Yeah, a lot of people did not know, girl, that Tina's life was filled with lots of life obstacles, but this woman persevered through sheer faith and belief in herself, okay? And she fought until the end, and thank God she had a peaceful exit, and she passed away of natural causes, so she didn't leave how she came, okay? All right, girl. So let's get into some lawsuits and litigations, some real lawsuits and litigations, girl. You guys know that I reported just a week ago or a few days ago. Was it this week or a week before last? I don't know, girl. Time is like mush in my head, child. But Larry Reid Live, honey, how doing? Larry Reid Live ended up getting a cash out lawsuit victory in his litigation regarding a YouTube uploader who had been harassing, menacing, terrorizing, and stalking him and his family for years. Okay. You guys know that there was an injunction signed at the end of 2021, and that injunction has been breached and broken on behalf of the defendant for the past year and a half. Well, there was a recent motion and hearing that led to Judge S. Gwynn, who resides over the case, to find the defendant in breach of that contract, which left the defendant, found guilty of contempt of court. Okay. Now, just to refresh your memory, girl, this is an excerpt from the recent motion. Okay. And this is what it reads. According to the courts, they grant plaintiff Reid's motion. The courts find defendant Moore in contempt of the court's past orders and orders defendant Moore to pay plaintiff the $745 fine accrued as of January 31st within 30 days of this here order. Okay, this order came down the pipeline on the 15th. The court further orders defendant Moore to take down any content that violates the settlement within 7 days of this order's filing. If defendant Moore misses the compliance deadline, Moore must also pay the fines accrued between January 31st and the deadline. Finally, the court imposes a $100 per day fine for any violations after the deadline. Okay, so y'all know what that means, right? Okay. It means, girl, that the defendant has less than 30 days now to run Dr. Larry Reid $745, which he do not have, okay, because he was found in contempt. And he also has 7 days from that particular order, which was on the 15th, okay, May the 15th, to get rid of all content in text, visual, and video form. Hold on, let me put Doctor's face back up here, girl. Let me put his face back up here, child. Okay, let me scoot over to the left. All right. So defendant had 7 days from the order, which was on May the 15th, to get rid of all content in text, visual, and video form on all of his social medias regarding Reid, his family, his employees, etc., or else he would be fined $5,000 on top of the $745 fine in contempt fees. Well, guess what, you guys? The defendant's deadline has been up since last Sunday. He's now a day shy of a week past his deadline, which means that he will also be penalized with that $5,000 fee, which now accumulates to $5,745 big fucking bucks officially. Okay. This man actually has content still up on Facebook, YouTube, and other various social media platforms elsewhere as far back as 2021, you guys, which was the year that he was sued and signed an injunction, okay? Which means that he's been in violation of the injunction since the day that injunction was substantiated, okay? And since 2021, he has defiled, denied, and rejected the authority of these Ohio courts, girl. Okay, now how's it doing? I need y'all to thumbs up, girl, because we're working, girl. We are working. Okay, now, as a result of the defendant not complying with the courts and removing all content regarding, referring to in any way Reid, his likeness, family, employees, and business, not only is the courts fining him $5,745, as you can see, they're packing on an additional $100 a day fee until the courts decide that the defendant has regulated accordingly. If the defendant continues to be disruptive and dishonor the authority of the courts who have enforced the injunction he's locked into for the rest of his life, the courts will also make the defendant responsible for the $150,000 plus legal tab and fees that Dr. Reid acquired throughout his time litigating the defendant, which is actually higher than that now. Okay? Also, there's going to be perjury that's going to be dealt with as well, because the defendant in the last conference hearing to sort through whether the defendant was guilty of any breach of the injunction, he committed perjury directly before the judge, lied to the federal courts about not breaking the injunction, lied to the federal courts, and not being up on Unhinged with Budweiser K's app, which you guys saw the proof. Continuing to do content, refer to content, share content about the plaintiff, etc., girl. And he brought in a little sham, fluffy ass weirdo witness, girl, who also doubled down in committing perjury on the defendant's behalf. So Larry's attorneys right now are also piling on the perjury, girl, because the perjury is where the shit goes from civil to criminal, girl. Now, with all this being said, child, okay, because the defendant has refused to comply, has attempted to bamboozle and hoodwink the courts by taking down some stuff, keeping up others, etc., attempting to be slick. Look, this is his livelihood, nobody else's. This is nobody else's livelihood but his own. If he wants to destroy his damn life, if he wants to be tied up in legal fees and debt, that is his personal business, okay? What is on the table now is a ban from social media altogether, since the defendant can't seem to help himself. That's something that the courts will be considered in doing on behalf of the defendant, who clearly is mentally ill, who clearly is not well, who clearly does not have the means for whatever reason to stop himself. So he's only actually making things much worse for himself and making things much better for the doctor. Also, jail time is being considered as well, because the judge has the right to actually put him away for 4 weeks. You guys know that Ohio has 3 contempt layers, okay? I think the first one, matter of fact, hold on, because how doing Ohio contempt penalties, okay? I put this in my last video, okay? In Ohio, if the accused is found guilty, the court may impose any of the following penalties. For a first offense, a fine of not more than $250, a definite term of imprisonment of no more than 30 days in jail or both, or 2, for a second offense, the fine no more than $500. Actually, let me open this up. No more than $500, a definite term of imprisonment of no more than 60 days in jail or both. For a third or subsequent offense, a fine of no more than $1,000, a definite term of imprisonment of no more than 90 days in jail or both, okay? So Larry's attorneys are within grounds to petition the courts to lock this man up, since obviously being penalized financially with, gross penalties that he obviously cannot afford to pay is something that is not necessarily sticking, okay? Now, Judge S. Gwynn is known to be a very high-tempered man. He was very agitated in the last hearing, which is why I'm not surprised that he found the defendant guilty, because he's been putting up with this delusional motherfucker for the past year and a half, okay? So Larry's attorneys are within right now to start considering deepening those penalties which he's qualified for. Now, this is going to be a total shit show if the defendant gets locked up. Being locked up for 30 days is a loss of your income. It's a loss of your job. Nobody has that amount of damn vacation time, okay, to survive being locked up, okay? Also, getting a job obviously will be much harder, because now you have a growing record, okay? You have a mugshot. You have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, girl. It's a hot fucking mess, okay? But things also get much worse, because if the defendant cannot produce the $745 fee in less than 30 days, and he cannot also manifest and submit that $5,000 fee that he's now going to also be penalized in paying back, nor the $100 a day imposed on top of the $5,745, you will see Dr. Reid be able to be equivalent to Cardi B in his situation with Unhinged. He will be able to garner motherfucking checks. He will be able to garnish property, assets, etc. There will be a slew of financial penalties that can be equivalent to ruining a motherfucker's life, okay? Now, at this point, nobody obviously feels bad for the defendant. He signed an injunction. His lawyer signed an injunction. Everything he's participated in all of this, okay? He dragged this out for years and years and years and years, even after Dr. Larry Reid sent him a cease and desist, just didn't communicate and respond at all. Just like in Cardi and Unhinged's situation, girl, had ample time to skedaddle, okay? But played on his time and played on his top, and now Dr. Reid is in a position to give that motherfucking work, and no mercy will be shown. The lawyers will exhaust and throw everything at the defendant regarding consequence, okay? So Dr. Reid is going to be expecting a big bag. Now, I want to be clear. Dr. Reid never sued the defendant for money, okay? Discovery proved that the defendant didn't have shit there was no money to sue him over at all, okay? So this was always about an injunction, okay? The only thing that Dr. Reid wanted out of this was an injunction. That's exactly what Dr. Reid was able to get, and the defendant was willing to settle in mediation, to sign an injunction, etc., which also cut the cost for Dr. Reid and the defendant going to trial, etc. Boom, bow, boom, pow, boom, pow, boom, pow, boom, pow. Okay, so there's no way for the defendant to ever escape this. Once again, this is not a gag order. This is an injunction, okay? And it is lifelong. It is until the very end, girl, until the coming of Jesus, okay? That's why the docket is years long at this point. It starts in 2021 all the way through 2022 and all the way into 2023, okay? So that's what's going on, honey. Okay, and hopefully when the doctor gets paid, okay, he can come up here and bless the conscious crew, okay. Don't be stingy, doctor. Okay, so this is a bonus for the doctor who is going to be able to got his injunction, but also, you know, there may be some payout in this. And once again, the doctor is not looking for any money. That was never the goal of the lawsuit to begin with. The doctor is clear when he's suing bum assholes. Okay? Now, moving along, we got to get into a $4 million lawsuit, okay? Because it is going down. No, actually, no. I forgot. We can't get there. We got to do something else before we move on to Unhinged and Cardi B. So, y'all know not to send me no bullshit, okay? So, to the person who sent me the bullshit, they sent it to me in good faith, but I did have to block you because I mean what I say, okay? Baby, I don't give a fuck about what a bitch is talking, what a bitch is walking, what a bitch is, girl, this is YouTube, honey, okay? Like, girl, I'm equivalent to a celebrity to these bitches, okay? I have my fair share of the paparazzi and tabloid media, girl, okay? This is all about spinning narratives and doing the most, girl. I am well adapted to Miss YouTube, girl. I've been here too long. I've seen too much. And I get how this goes now, girl, okay? So whatever bitches have to do to grow their channel, let hoes do what they have to do, girl, okay? Let people build, bitch. Like, I don't know a bitch to take a bitch personally, okay? So let folks do what they got to do to get their click in the view, girl, to get their thumbs up, girl, to get their cash app, bitch. Like, run it up, honey, okay? Who you never gonna see coming on this bitch crying and breaking down and having a meltdown is CTV, bitch, okay? CTV ain't never got on this motherfucker and told a motherfucker to stop talking about me, and I don't do none of that, bitch. Like, I'm very fair and I'm very clear about the fact that I'm a commentator. My job is to commentate, and I choose to commentate about celebrities per se, but it's fair game. So CTV is a public figure. I'm going to be subjected to conspiracy. I'm going to be subjected to people's imagination. I'm going to be subjected. This is just how it goes, bitch. This is the world of fucking media, okay? And if you are a fragile, weak-ass bitch, then you don't need to have your ass on the motherfucking internet, okay? Because this is the bad that comes with all of the sweet, gushy goodness of it all, baby, okay? So we here, honey, okay? But I'm going to make an exception right now because the bitch who was talking shit is actually someone who was adjacent to this drama regarding Dr. Reid. She was a part of the original witch hunt. She has since been kicked out of the group, the little weird ass misfit group she was a part of in her cracked out side of YouTube, okay? And this is let me see your pork chops, okay? She was a very disgruntled, obese bitch who was rejected in her life, okay? She couldn't get a man, she couldn't get a meal plan, she couldn't get her cholesterol, her high blood under control, girl, okay? She's constantly having to replace the wheels on her vehicle every few weeks, girl. That bitch be riding her car with the back, okay, scraping the concrete with flames and shit blowing out the back like a rocket booster, bitch, okay? So she has found she found a way to strangely comfort herself by attempting to bully other people, bitch. Do I look like a bitch who can be bullied? Especially by a bitch who's been bullied. Girl, do this look like it can be impacted by a weak ass bitch? Are you kidding me, bitch? I've been a rebel and anti-conformity society my whole fucking life. My goal is actually to be disliked so that I don't have to foster a fucking relationship to these weird ass triple chin ass hoes. Like, let me see your blood work. Okay. So she came on the scene initially spreading some of the misinformation and rumors about the doctor, etc. And because I was adjacent to Dr. Reid, people tried to get me out of the way to get to Dr. Reid. Obviously, that was very fucking unsuccessful. Okay, I'm a one-man army. And I was able to just smack these bitches around all by myself, okay? Now, like all the other random ass bitches on the cracked out trap house side of YouTube, girl, I had no idea who this hoe was at the time. I barely had any idea who the fuck the ringleader of Trap House YouTube was at the time, which is the defendant in this case who has been sued. So when my supporters this is what back in. Let me see how old this video is, girl, because we about to turn back the hands of time. Okay, how's it going? How's doing? And thumbs up this motherfucking video. This is 3 years ago. 3 years ago, okay? I had no idea this hoe was talking shit. I didn't know who the fuck she was, etc. And my supporters were like, girl, who is this Big Bertha bitch talking and why she talking about you? So I went to her page and once I saw what it gave visually, girl, I didn't even need to even listen to the commentary. I absolutely already understood the agony. I understood her pain body. I understood exactly why that bitch was upset, girl. Okay, I completely, bitch, was able to just empathize and understand, okay, because when you are shaped like a bowling ball and a same gender loving man is able to pooch around in lingerie and mesh and give body yada 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 yada, girl, you know, there's something that is going to happen to you as a, you know, as an insecure female. Okay, there is something that's going to happen to you when your waist is the size of the fucking equator, girl, and you need a very high-powered scooter to get to and fro the bathroom and to and fro the washer room and to and fro, you know, your bedroom, girl. You know, there's something that is going to transpire in your mental health when a biologically built man, okay, looks better, has better genetics, has a healthier lifestyle, just renders him that bitch. Okay, now I'm not even the bitch, y'all, that goes around flaunting being that bitch, girl. I just show up in my glory and just do me and live me, girl. Like, I'm not the bitch that goes after other hoes, but these hoes who never got invited to the cafeteria table, you know, they hurt, so girl, they want to hurt you, girl. They insecure, girl, so, you know, it's in, like I told you guys the other night, it's always these raggedy, low titty assholes, okay, with 3 stomachs, who's always mad. All bad bitches fuck with CTV, girl. I don't have an issue or drama with no bad bitch. It's the weird bitches who sound like Tammy Roman, who be smoking Newports down to the filter, girl, who sound big and masculine as hell, girl, who's single, broke, can't get their channel off the fucking ruckus, girl, who is fried, dyed, and not laid to the motherfucking side, bitch. I don't have no issue. Nobody who's attractive has an issue with me, girl. It's all these niggas with childhood trauma and surgical noses and bitches who, once again, need a goddamn city crane to lift their ass off the living room, girl, who always got a problem with the CTV child. Okay? And I'm just like, girl, I'm not the popular bitch in school who hurted you, girl. You know, I understand y'all been through some things. I understand y'all were never cool. Y'all were never liked. I understood, girl, y'all were never popular, child. I understood that y'all just sat in y'all rooms and wrote in y'all journals, child, and just was mad as hell at the valedictorian or at the athletes who never even looked twice at you, girl. I know you hoes have been thrown down steps and put head first in trash cans and trash bins and shit, girl. But I'm not the cool kid that did that to you, not me. Like, this bitch would have never ended up on my fucking radar. Like, ever ended up on my fucking radar. Like, had she just not insisted upon, for whatever reason, coming for the actual queen, girl. Okay? And this is the thing here. Okay? Here, girl. You know, I just want to have a moment of silence. Just a quick moment of silence, girl. That's all I want. I just want to have a moment of silence, girl, because why sin? Why come for somebody who did not sin for you? Why? Like, I don't know why these hoes on YouTube can't just, like, fight with somebody who's fighting with you. Fight with someone who's actually fighting with you. Why even come? Being how you being, looking how you looking. Girl, I don't even know where the face fucking begins. I don't understand the ratio. Girl, all I saw was chocolate ice cream with eyeballs in it, bitch. You know, all the scoops had melted on top of one another, girl. I'm still not able to make out any proportions. Why fuck with somebody who ain't fucking with you? Why? I know you hoes be trauma bonding through YouTube and shit, girl. That's why y'all be engaging in beef, because y'all need like an emotional dumpster. Y'all need something to connect to. Y'all have a pain body, bitch. I don't have a pain body. That's why I'm able to not beef with you hoes. That's why I'm able to let you hoes yabba fucking do and just laugh at you silly goofy ass bitches, okay? You hoes need a couch. You need a therapist to work that up out you. Because this bitch had the same afro. The same afro for a decade. No super grow, no deep conditioner, girl, no carrot juice, no rice water has been effective on this bitch's bush. And then she got the nerve to have on this Claire's rendition cherry lipstick with a face that falls into her chest. I was almost offended for the neck that was not there. I'm sitting over here 3 years ago, minding my business. My business, not yours, bitch. Minding my motherfucking business. And this hoe just gets addicted to the queen because she has some PTSD trauma response to a bitch like me, who she believes in her mind think he all that. Okay? Taking out her childhood alone at the cafeteria table with the paper brown lunch bag by her fucking self. Out on the queen, girl. Do you think I'm even going to take any criticism for a bitch who ain't accomplished nothing but marrying random niggas from Nigeria? Okay? Because this bitch couldn't acquire dick in real life. She couldn't acquire dick in her actual life. So this bitch was around here marrying Nigerian men, African men overseas. She would meet them on, oh, we're going to get into it, girl. We're going to get into it, girl. But let's back up the train real quick. Let me see. No next. See, I had watched that commentary of yours years ago, you know, where you were talking about how you be giving these ninjas fellatio, but they don't be wanting to return the favor. I mean, clearly that would be considered homicide if they did, okay? Where to get in, but more importantly, girl, how to get the fuck out once they go in. There's no exit plan, bitch. Okay? Okay? You slobbing and knobbing with them gap teeth, girl, putting dick in between your gaps, bitch. Okay? Talking about, yeah, girl, these men, girl, you know, I be giving head. You know, I be giving head, girl, but they don't be wanting to return the favor, girl. Then you have the niggas jumping out of windows. Out of windows, girl. They be coming in through the fire escape, bitch, because they don't even want to be seen with you. They don't even want to claim you, girl. Okay? And these are your testimonies, bitch, not mine. Okay? These are your words, bitch, not mine. Okay? But Miss Transcript, you know, she got a lot going on. Worse than that, honey, because, you know, we don't dox over here, okay? So I'm not going to show the whole motherfucking document, bitch, okay? But yes, this is a marriage decree between Miss Let Me See Your Pork Chops and Justin Emmanuel. Yes, okay? Filed in the state of Texas, where Big Bertha has bragged about living, okay? Because, you know, she said she's a teacher. She's a teacher. over in Miss Texas, girl. Okay, teaching education and civil rights, girl. She even got fired from one damn job because of her fuck shit on YouTube. Okay, shout out to Breaking the Culture of Silence. Okay, but this decree is very interesting because Miss Let Me See No Neck girl was only married to this man for a matter of basically 48 fucking hours. Okay, her and her husband never even lived together. Okay, the nigga Justin used her ass to get a green card into the fucking country, and her dumb, desperate, delusional ass was stupid enough to actually fall for it. So she called herself being upset, bitch, and filing for divorce because this man was not serious about a relationship. Never fucked her, never licked her, never kissed her, bitch, never slept with her, honey, okay? The whole plan from the jump, baby, okay, was to come into the country and to get here and then live the American fucking dream, okay? And Let Me See Your Pork Chops was not a part of that dream. So she has walked around jealous of everybody else, girl, who's had a man, everybody else who's had relationships, girl, anybody else who got anything going on, girl. They smaller, they wiser, they smarter, girl. You know, they have real self-esteem, bitch, okay? And like I be saying, I don't walk around this motherfucker with an empty gun. Just because I don't get out here and do what a lot of motherfuckers do, bitch, don't mean I don't have a loaded gun on a bitch, okay? On them documents are her social security number, girl, her motherfucking address, and all, bitch. Just because I don't load the gun, I ain't gonna say load the gun, girl. Just because I don't shoot the gun, don't mean the motherfucker is not loaded, honey. I carry concealed weapons. That's why I be telling these hoes, girl, stop playing with me. Move your motherfucking ass around, bitch. Because trust and believe, bitch, the conscious truth fuck with me motherfucking hard in the long way, honey. I have followers in all various places, girl, who work in Social Security, girl, work in every motherfucking way, bitch. There's nothing I don't have access to. See, I be long suffering like this because I know that when I go to give that work, see, hoes gonna be really mad. Really mad. If I'm ignoring you, take that as a grand opportunity to find your fuck ass something else to do. If I'm going out of my motherfucking way, bitch, to turn the other motherfucking cheek, bitch, consider yourself fucking lucky. Because like I told you guys in the last commentary, I'm not above the bullshit. But I am a Scorpio. I'm very strategic. I'm all about proper timing. And I just wait on the day the Lord tells me to let loose. And then I get off the leash, bitch. And then it's terrorism. And then hoes want to be running down to the Ohio courts filing motherfucking fake ass civil stalking suits telling the judge that I killed their daddy and their mammies and shit through witchcraft. Well, if you know you're fucking with a witch and you're fucking with a spiritualist, what else do you expect? What do you expect if you're fucking with someone who not only is equipped to destroy your ass physically and socially, but someone who's also matured, gathered, and steward enough to know how to bend these spiritual motherfucking laws. Now, I'll put a bitch in the ground and put a bitch in the freezer and put a bitch in bottles and wrap magical tape around a raggedy motherfucking bitch and strangle their motherfucking mental health to the ground. But I really don't have anything to do with how it manifests. So if you know you're somebody who has a lot of fucking karma, and you are somebody who have a, you know, you live out your ego, like I told y'all in my post 3 weeks ago, these are the easiest hoes to tap. These hoes are the hoes who are the easiest to fuck and to fuck hard. Because their karma is just profuse. If you don't want your pets dying, like the defendant, if you don't want your parents with a tombstone over them, like the defendant, If you don't want to be suffering from nightmares and night terrors and insomnia and having your addictions escalated and your mental health, your already pre-existing mental health escalated, find you someone else to fuck with. If you don't want them type of problems, find your ass someone to fuck with. So I don't have to dox you, but I just want you hoes to be aware that I'm not sitting over here bothered at all, bitch. At all, bitch. I don't show my hand for a reason. But every now and again, I'll scoop the curtain back. Scoop the curtain back and show you what's hidden behind there. And once again, honey, I'm not so above it to be above it. Sometimes God lets me off the leash. I try to stay in the backyard as long as I can, you know? And then when God says go, I go. And then, but when I go, hoes are running down to the police station. When I go, hoes are running around on YouTube, victimized and trying to play the victim when they the ones out here fucking with me. And once again, I'm not pressed because the Glock is loaded, metaphorically speaking. So I leave hoes to decide, you know, what type of time they want to be on. Okay, but before we completely move along, and maybe we'll get into, you know, this whole system that Let Me See Your Pork Chops got going on, girl, where she meet men on Google and in African chats and shit, and you know she gets swayed, you know, to the highest bidder. And she falls for the bullshit of it all, baby. Only to have these men come over here and ghost her motherfucking ass like a dumb hoe, okay? We might be getting to that at Patreon, baby. Maybe, okay? Get into her psychology and things, honey. But before we move along, girl, you know, once I drag these hoes, girl, I be done. I be motherfucking done in the sun. Like, these hoes are not interesting enough for me to beef with. They're not interesting enough. Like, I'm so bored. I'm so unimpressed. It's just so tired. Also, like, I got people who watch me for real content. Okay? Shout out to the 1K, to the over 1K in the chat day before yesterday, because that's what we do. We can content and get a room filled up. We can content and get a pile on in here. Okay? I don't gotta beef. I don't gotta do none of that, baby. But that's why these hoes be so shook and so angry and so upset and feeling so inferior. Even though I'm cute and cuddly and as sweet as Alabama pie. I'm so communal. Like, you would get more honey with bees than with shit. I'm very communal, girl. I opened up my platform. I'm very friendly. I believe in YouTube camaraderie, girl. I've helped so many content creators get to their 1K. I've shared so many streams and links out, girl. I have shouted out so many people. Like, I don't have no jealousy in me, no nothing, bitch. Like, I'm here for everybody coming up and glowing up, etc. Okay, but hoes want a problem. Hey Marla, hey Deborah, you know, but hoes want a problem, so it's just like, girl, okay, have a problem. But you know, when shit get interesting, I don't want to hear nothing do I want to hear. When shit get interesting, I don't want to hear nothing. I just want you, in the words of Michael Jackson, to remember the times when you fucking with me. Because I'm not going to play when I come out to play. I drive you hoes into the grave and then sit back and laugh at you fucking stupid ass ninjas. Because you hoes are a joke to me. And I enjoy it. And once again, chat. Drive up the narratives, girl, okay? It gives me mystique, honey, okay? Every personality and every growing public figure needs conspiracy, okay? They need salaciousness behind their names, girl, okay? This works when it comes to social capital on the internet, girl. So when get your numbers up, bitch. But when I get mine up, don't complain. When I get mine up, just don't complain. That's all I'm saying, bitch. Get your numbers up. Do what you need to do. But when I do it, just remember, you did it first. That's it. You did it first. But before we transition into Unhinged, girl, let me let you listen to when I had addressed this whole initially 3 years ago when she started fucking with me for no fucking reason. Instead of fucking with a plate of lettuce and fucking with her run around the block and fucking regulating her motherfucking diabetes and that blackness on the back of her motherfucking neck and decide to fuck with me, bitch. Okay? Let me just, turn back the hands of time, girl. Okay, so let's get into it, honey. Let's get into it, girl. Hold on, let me share my screen, girl. And then we're going to get into Unhinged, girl. And Miss Cardi. Now, my day ones already know what I'm about to play, girl, okay? Because it's the only time I get this bitch's work, okay? And yeah, hold on. Okay, as you guys can see here, let me see your motherfucking armpit. Got beef? Bitch, let's eat. 3 fucking years ago, okay? Fucking with me. And still can't find her roly-poly ass anything better else to motherfucking do, okay? So I'm going to take me down. When this audio starts playing, I want you guys to give me a nasty 1 in the chat if it's coming through very motherfucking clear, okay?
Fell through the fucking roof. Now, I heard that this flat back 7-ton motor scooter driving bad body bitch let me see your armpit about me, but they sure know. Cause hey y'all, it's your host Davion. Welcome to another episode of Consciouztv. You already know what we're here to discuss, even though you might not know who we discussing. Because the only circles these particular bum-ass bitches are popular in are in mukbang and competitive food eating circles. They might not can get their views up talking about me, but they sure know how to raise the numbers on the bathroom scale through the fucking roof. Now, I heard that this flat back 7-ton motor scooter driving bad body bitch let me see your armpit been trying to drag a bitch. Now, you know these hoes are weak and can't even shave, yet alone properly drag, especially when we know that the only thing you dragging is 400 plus pounds back and forth across the kitchen floor all day and motherfucking night. Now, I think it's ironic that a bitch who looks and lives the way this bewildered beast does calls itself, let me see your transcript. Because I'm requesting to see a transcript of your blood work, because it's clear you don't realize that it reads corona heart disease, breast, colon, endometrial cancers, high blood, stroke, liver, and gallbladder disease, respiratory problems, infertility problems, blood clots, varicose veins, swollen legs, and stunted hair growth. Bitch, let us see your transcript. Bitch, put the oven-baked biscuits and Dr. Sebi hair growth products down, because both your stomachs have had enough and your baby fro been a baby since 2004. It's over, girl. Do a big chop and set that struggling baby bush on your head free, girl. Give her to the Lord, girl, because all her life she had to fight to fit into a rubber band, bitch. All her motherfucking life she had to fight to stay slick and moisturized instead of morphing into a tangly dry crow's nest in humid air, bitch. All her motherfucking life she had to fight comb after comb after comb after comb until Maylene at the local beauty supply store started labeling the plastic jar you get your denim brushes from the comb killer, bitch. Your shower drain saw more dead hair than funeral homes saw dead bodies during the COVID-19 pandemic, bitch. Give that fro to the altar of the Lord. For 1 Corinthians 11:15 surely does not apply to you. But if a woman has long hair, it is her glory. For her hair has given her covering. Because that brittle, static shock blown out just for me nap fro on your fucking head ain't covering nothing but the rest of that natural ugly that lies beneath. I know when you look in the mirror, you see Tamara Dobson, Cornell Traeger, Misty Knight, Angela Davis, and the Jackson 5. But what we see is Flavor Flav with his braids undone, bitch. Now, either you got trick mirrors in your house or no damn mirrors at all to even attempt to step to a bitch like me when you a kitten-heel, egg-shaped, bad body-built bitch with a coarse jacket closure piece on top of your damn head who's aging horribly, ho. Now, someone told me that this slappopotamus, grotesque, coat 40, drunk, bonnet-headed bitch had the mitigated gall to claim that she was having nightmares from looking at this picture of me. Bitch, nightmares from how a man can lack ovaries, a womb, estrogen, and a menstrual cycle, and yet possess more feminized features than you, ho. Bitch, you can slap lipstick on a pig, and she'll still be a big funky bitch laying in the dark with a 10-year-old bonnet covering a struggling ponytail, chewing on a bag of Funyuns, and depressed from only being able to wear quilts and comforters as outfits. Bitch, nightmares? You talking about what you have every time you happen to catch a glimpse of your reflection in the mirror when the light bill is paid? Bitch, you couldn't come for the looks of feces, yet alone a top-dollar, thoroughbred, slaying grade A bitch like me. Are you okay? You mad because the only people who sponsor you are the producers of My 600-Pound Life. They say you a star girl. You mad because I can walk to the front door without falling into a diabetic coma while you have to be cannon blasted out of the front door to remember what your front porch even looks like. Bitch, nightmares. You talking about what happens when you try to look down to see your feet, but you see 4.5 stomachs hanging off your waist like ornaments on a Christmas tree? Bitch, you talking about the low balance on your checking account for having to pay escorts on BigHoesNeedLove2.com to come show Precious some affection? How about you talk about me while taking a power walk and get your life literally, bitch? Kill both those diet sodas with one gulp. When was the last time any of your teammates encouraged you to dox the skinny you? Because that bitch clearly got a new address and pocketbook to match, ho. You got energy to be in everybody's business, but you can't even find a file on where you went completely wrong in turning your body into a literal temple, bitch. I don't think this is what the Lord means by the kingdom being within you. It ain't literal, bitch. You having nightmares from what, bitch? Catching half a breath every time you breathe through those clogged arteries of yours because your morbidly obese heart is crushing the remaining remnants of your lungs, bitch. Nightmares, bitch, from the sleep apnea your weight got you suffering from. Bitch, the only nightmare is the fact that you've been canceling the shelves of toilet tissue long before quarantine because it takes a 6-month supply of Bounty to complete wiping your ass one good time with, you heavy dragging fat turkey. Oh, that fine, jolly, big-boned woman in the yellow must be your great-great-grandmammy. I see that you took after her fro, except hers retains shape, thickness, and is very photogenic. And yours looks like 4C ash cheek hair. See, bitch, I could give you one compliment, and that's that you appear to be natural. But you make being natural an insult because you naturally ugly, naturally unattractive. Nothing on your body works for you. You were a triple deluxe hand-stitched body shape with a suction in your back fat, leaving the mirror unable to tell the difference between your love handles and your titties. Then you shop at the single back female clothing store, also known as Rainbows, to coordinate horribly styled fashions onto a toe-up body that's shaped like the shadow of an unthawed pinto bean. And you got the nerve to not only have a struggling ponytail, a body that can only fit into a car seat as wide as a backyard pool, but the Lord also cursed your eyesight as well, leaving you with no choice but to wear prescription eyeglasses that look like 2 pepperonis on you because your face is the same circumference of a New York hand-tossed pizza, bitch. And you got the motherfucking nerve to even have a part of your body on camera talking shit about any bitch, especially a bitch who models for a living while your best selfie is captured on the ancient mama ready mixed pancakes box, you sloppy body, funky neck, hypertension, chicken frying bitch. Clearly, we can see why you mad at a nigga who has never spoke to you, who has never mentioned you, who never even knew your heavy ass existed until you started using your dick sucker to talk about a bitch you don't want no smoke with, instead of using your dick sucker to retain every calorie from every diabetic bite of soul food your grotesque, morbidly obese ass devours when you have to come home at night to reflect on the fact that you finished your major in history at the local adult ed learning center because the epidemic to school to prison pipeline for Black youth got so bad that the United States government just started hiring bitches who simply took history class in high school to be teachers. Now you come home every night ashamed, to scam, and a mess from the guilt of you waking up every morning doing a white man's job for him by indoctrinating Black youth with history about how Christopher Columbus discovered the New World instead of how Christopher Columbus brought their asses here on the Amistad ship, you fraudulent old hag. Bitch, you a sellout and a delusional, bitter, lonely, 41K a year making ass coon who spends 8 hours out of the day perpetrating a fraud of professionalism while you come home and jump online acting like a straight crackhead. I I wonder how your superiors and peers would feel on the Austin Community College School Board about your online behavior. You got the nerve to supposedly have credentials that allow you to teach while your man-masculine, pork-chop arm, shape ass online, slandering, lying, harassing, and cyber-stalking multiple individuals. What you teaching them kids history on? And doxing on what happens to historical figures who initiated conflict with random people who they actually secretly admire and want to be like, but don't have the courage, the looks, nor the swag to fit in with. So just internalize the self-hate and reflect it back onto people who actually went and became the very people you can't stop looking at and viewing, because that's how much of the it factor trumps a sour education from a Texas-based online college. I guess it took you burning through hours of online studying and schooling to realize that you can pay for school, but you can't buy class, that you can wear the suit, but you can't buy swag. I'm sorry, bitch, that me, Larry, Andrea, Miko, and King Giles are born with it, while you left in $71,000 worth of school loans just to end up a YouTuber who can't get a video about me to reach at least 1,000 views. Bitch, you have insulted every black female over the age of 50, definitely every black female over 600 pounds, and you have certainly embarrassed and utterly shamed every seasoned black woman who also has an education and is out here setting an actual example for her community. The people in your community, the students at the school you substitute at, the higher ups at your job, all deserve to know what type of sociopathic, delusional maniac is disguising herself as a working professional while building an online platform rooted in hate, conflict, lies, criminality, and slander, who's also posted up and seen in videos with a manic depressant who waves AK-47s around, who also is a slanderer, liar, criminal, and fraud as well. See, bitch, you have completely fucked with the wrong set of people, and somebody should have told you, but I see that they didn't. I see that not even knowing who you are was not even enough of a reason for you to find you somebody else to play with. You forgot that I'm the bitch who successfully got William McCray sued to the point that he's still stuck at that 2-star extended stay on Peachtree Road with a missing hairline and COVID-19 infected trade off Grindr, pushing through with the room key to put dick down his throat for an opportunity to meet celebrities Granny only see when he purchases concert tickets in those nosebleeds to get in the same space as. You're mad. Let me see your armpit, and hopefully that's all, bitch, because you look a mess. Did you hear me? A mess. Like a what? A mess. And that's why you filled with jealousy to the top of your cup, spewing hate and vitriol towards a fine, unbothered, beautiful gay man who can pull men you can only masturbate to in your mama's house, you dry pussy, rotten and corroded bitch. Can't you see that everyone, hold on, put your glasses on. Can't you see that everyone knows why you hating on me, girl? It's literally obvious when they literally look at you and look at me. That tells them everything they need to know about why you talking irrelevant, weak shit about a nigga who has never spoken to you nor about you. Don't be mad that Denise Williams, whose links I will leave in the description box below for you all to listen to for yourselves, then aired out Fupa's dick pictures and sexting conversation. I can't help it that Fupa wanted to be with a woman who didn't have all her teeth at the time that he was trying to move in with her. I can't help it that Fupa wanted to be with a woman who admitted to being in a 1-bedroom, low-income apartment who still likes her hog moths and deer meat while it's alive, instead of sending you those dick pictures, because we all know that it's you who really wanted to be with the Fupa prince himself. You can't be mad that I can lay with, marry, fuck, suck, ride, bang, take them back, and break back up with handsome black men while you stuck beating your hairy, lopsided, turned to the side 18-wheel-alone pussy in San Antonio, Texas. The 70s porn and screenshots of the dancing Fupa's face, bitch. My boyfriends are cute and love me. Let's see the proof of you having an active dating life with fairly decent looking men. We'll wait. Bitch, we know why all y'all mad and will stay mad and built like grizzly bears, because that's the Lord's curse forever upon your lives. Now, I told you fucked out assholes that anything y'all can get up here and do, so can we, right? Didn't I tell y'all that you should only do what you don't mind someone else doing to you, right? Don't y'all have an address? Family? Ex-friends? Ex-lovers? People who you done pissed off? Who have seen what you've been doing to other people? Who have come forward in interviews that I haven't even released yet? Who told all and then told verified truth at that? I know y'all didn't think I was sitting on here only taking the high road. Yeah, I did. But mama ain't raised no fool. Because while I was taking the high road, everyone was doxing the living fuck out of y'all behind y'all's backs and submitting that information all over. And since my name kept coming up over the past few months, I ran interviews with people who have been very, very close to you and your little group. And people have exposed things in these interviews that will make you never, ever want to see the light of day again. And it's so goddamn bad that I've even wrestled with my own conscience about releasing this shit on you hoes. And yes, bitch, conscious. Something that I see is absent in you and the three goddamn stooges. But my conscience has been reconciled because it told me that it's my right to defend myself against lies and unwarranted targeting. And just like there are measures for physical self-defense in our laws, there are grounds for self-defense morally and ethically as it relates to more subjective matters like harassment and obsession. Now I get to decide if I want to take you in any of your raggedy, dingy, fashionless bitches you roll with through the same hell on earth for months like I did with Cray. Because we know I'm about that life, and I ain't even finished with his life. We know I does this and do it better than any of you hoes could ever do it. The House of God, Omega Sci-Fi, Austin Community College. Yeah, we got...
Okay, yeah, girl. It just goes on and on and on, girl. Okay, so y'all can check that out. Okay. You know, and the thing about it is, girl, I never even released the interviews. I think my Scorpio nature makes me kind of sadistic a little bit because while it's so goofy and weird to have hoes obsessed with you for no reason, like, but that's also the quality of a star, right? People with the it factor attract people. Okay, that's the whole given. But it's also just so funny as fuck to me because, girl, it'd be effortless. And I just feel like, girl, once again, I told you guys, girl, when Unhinged and Bishop Criminal Head, you know, started talking shit last year about me, bitch, I was so happy to just be able to level up my enemies, girl. I could never go back to dragging hoes who ain't got shit, who ain't bout shit, who clearly are in the fucking sunken place, girl. Like, it's a waste of a read. It's a waste of time, bitch. You know, like, I need somebody I can fucking contend with, bitch, okay? So when that motherfucker had 1 million robots on Instagram and Unhinged had 1 million subscribers, girl, I was like, hallelujah, girl. Finally, like something I can actually benefit from. Some beef I can actually benefit fucking from. Like, there's something in it for me. Okay? And once again, this hoe came at me for no reason. I'm once again minding my business. Talked about my sexuality, my orientation. So I'm like, oh, okay. So you want to go minority for minority. You want to talk about me as a queer Black man. So I can talk about you as a fat ass woman. Okay? Because we on the same level of minority shit. Okay? Since you want to take it there, bitch, let me boomerang all your low vibrational shit back to you because you wanted to smoke. You wanted to smoke. Okay? Don't start no shit, won't be no shit. I don't give a fuck about you hoes. I don't talk about you hoes. You hoes are funny and you bitches are an easy read. Easy. So easy, you hoes ain't even worth reading, bitch. Just a rinse and a wash. Now, we're going to move it along. Let's get into Miss Unhinged, bitch. Okay? Because Miss Unhinged done got out there, girl, and start collecting chapter 7 of this and chapter 11 of that, girl. She out here filing for bankruptcy and she got the girls stirred up. Okay, got the girl stirred up, baby. Okay. You guys probably have already heard via Neighborhood Talk or via the vlogs that Miss Unhinged, according to RadarOnline.com, okay, who owes Cardi B damn near $4 million for spreading lies, files for bankruptcy after rapper starts seizing her bank funds. The blogger, who was ordered to pay Cardi B over $3 million after being found liable for defamation, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. RadarOnline.com has learned, according to court documents obtained by Radar Online, Unhinged, real name Latasha Kebe, has filed a petition in Florida court. In this case, first reported by the Neighborhood Talk, Unhinged listed her assets in the $50K to $100K range, while her liabilities total between $1 million to $10 million. Unhinged listed her assets as a 2021 Chevrolet Silverado worth $46,000, $2,750 worth of furniture, $500 worth of electronics, $2,500 worth of clothes, including 2 Louis Vuitton purses and a Coach purse. Unhinged listed jewelry worth $6K, including her engagement and wedding ring. She has a checking account at Chase with less than $100 in it at the moment. Her debts include $53,000 owed on the car, an unknown amount in back taxes to the IRS, $6K to American Express, an undetermined amount of legal fees, $3K to the Bank of America, $3.38 million owed to Cardi B, $5,000 owed to Discovery Bank. Unhinged listed herself as a content creator who has been self-employed for the past several years. Her spouse is listed as a content creator. At the moment, Unhinged said she pulls in around $13K with her partner, bringing in $17,000 for a grand total of $30K. She has 2 children to take care of. The blogger said her monthly expenses total $22,000, leaving her household with $7K surplus every month. Unhinged said she pulled in $134,000 in 2022 and $156,000 in 2021. Cardi has yet to appear in bankruptcy court. However, as we first reported in the past couple of months, Cardi has ramped up collection efforts. The rapper fired off subpoenas to Tasha's bank and Google, where she makes money from her blog. Cardi was able to collect thousands, which did little to put a dent in the millions owed. Last year, a Georgia jury found Unhinged Cardi in videos posted to her YouTube channel. The rapper sued Unhinged over allegations she had previously worked as an escort, had an STD, and used hard drugs. The musician denied having been an escort in the past. She presented medical records to prove that she did not have any STDs. Cardi testified in court the allegations caused her extreme emotional distress and caused problems with her marriage. The jury awarded Cardi B $1 million in general damages and $250,000 for medical expenses, for a grand total of $1.25 million. In addition, she was awarded $1.5 million in punitive damages and another $1.3 for her attorney fees. Now, I'm going to be goddamn honest. I'm going to be motherfucking honest, bitch. It's just the empathy in me. I almost. Not her engagement ring is from Ali fucking Express. Girl, I'm about to block my moderators. Not her engagement ring is from girl, I'm about to block my motherfucking moderators. Not her engagement ring. It's from AliExpress. Bitch, I am fucking done. I know damn well y'all did not reduce the value of that damn woman's wedding ring, girl, to an AliExpress collection piece. Jesus. Take the wheel. Wait. Okay, I'm back, bitch. Okay, because I'm trying to have a heart moment, girl, and y'all bringing petty energy into the motherfucking room, girl. I almost felt this amount of bad. Almost this amount of bad for Unhinged. Until I remembered that Unhinged, like a lot of raggedy bitches, insisted upon the trouble she found herself in. Cardi B ignored her. Cardi B contacted her. Bygones be bygones. Cardi cease and desist her. And she doubled down. And she got that work. And to be honest, Unhinged came out really good because Cardi is a street bitch who allegedly organizes crime committed against people. So things could have really got out of hand. And it's so sad that Unhinged was willing to put her husband and her children at risk for a woman who was already facing charges for orchestrating a violent crime against two other women at a New York club. So it just goes to show the selfishness and the narcissism and how much ego Unhinged held on to, despite the fact that she could have came to a medium any day if she just would have rested in the damn middle. Now, this chapter 11 has had people wrestling with some things like, well, how can she do this, etc. I thought she wasn't qualified for blah, 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 blah. Well, shout out to Reid TV, my baby mother. Okay, she had a show last night and she had a lawyer on, and the lawyer was talking about bankruptcy. Okay, so I'm going to be citing what the attorney over on Reid TV said regarding the bankruptcy, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some other stuff with this situation. Okay, now the attorney on Reid TV, and mods, please place Reid B's links in the chat, bro. Okay, shout out to Reid B. Okay, so the attorney on her show yesterday said that bankruptcy can help Unhinge. No. Let me get here. Unhinge is outside of the 120-day grace period to transfer her home. Okay, which was allegedly transferred to her minor daughter's name for $0. Okay. The attorney said that anything filed within that 100-day period after the final judgment is considered fraud. But after that 120-day period, she can file for it. Okay, she can file for Chapter 11. Okay, now the attorney had said that because Unhinged is trying to hide her assets and her money from Cardi, she's simultaneously hiding her assets from the IRS, which you guys know are after Unhinged and allegedly was in the courts during the litigation. Okay, so in her trying to run Cardi B around and outsmart her, she's actually trying to outsmart the U.S. government, which is defaulting her back to committing alleged crimes that can lead her ass to be in British Williams' position from Basketball Wives, who you guys know is facing up to 30 years for all type of fraud and shit, you know, that she been committing for years. Okay. And she also said that because she signed the deed of her home, because this attorney pulled up the deed and all of that, and saw that Unhinged had signed her home and her property over to her daughter. But the attorney said the problem with that is she's also claiming her daughter on her taxes. So that's also fraud. So the attorney girl was just laying it the fucks out, okay? Now, remember when we had last reported on property being seized and all of this, and you guys were asking, well, can Unhinged will Sheck, her husband, be penalized? Okay, let me pull up something real quick. Hold on. remember when, hold on, let me pull up a slide for you guys. People was like, well, what about shit? What about shit? Will he be penalized? Da, 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 da. You guys know that Cardi B came out the LLC and all, okay, which is also connected to Tasha, Unhinged's husband and things. Shy, hold on. Where my old nasty piece of slide at? Yeah, okay, hold on. Reid, let me scoot over to the left. All right, I can take this down real quick. Okay, let me get to the slide here. Okay, remember y'all guys was talking and you guys were asking me that. So in a previous live stream, we had went over this, that there is a thing called community property states, okay? And community property states are basically states where your ass, if you have been sued and you have a judgment against you, yes, your spouse can inherit the judgment. Your spouse can inherit the judgment if you live in a community property state, okay? If you don't have the money, etc., they can retrieve assets from your spouse, go into their accounts, any shared business accounts, etc. However, but as you guys can see here, guess who's not a community property state? That would be the state of Florida. So her moving to Florida was very strategic because it was a way to shield her husband, okay, from this $4 million judgment, okay? So that was a strategic move on Unhinged's part. She also could have did that in Georgia as well, because Georgia is not a community property state as well, but there are other reasons and benefits to moving out of state as well, but particularly to Florida, okay? She moved because they are not a community property state. Now, the whole thing with this bankruptcy, girl. So you guys know in a defamation suit, first of all, Unhinged's entertainment insurance did not cover her because she was found to have committed, she was found guilty. She admitted to fault and she admitted to lying, etc. And she was found guilty of malicious intent, okay? So that's interesting when it comes to the chapter 11 scenario, because I want to pull up this website. Hold on. Where's my shit at? Where is my stuff at, bro? I got some more stuff pulled up on here. Okay, so here it goes, bro. This is from cgalot.com, okay? And it reads, the jury issued its verdict yesterday in the Virginia defamation. It's citing like a different case. The jury issued its verdict yesterday in the Virginia defamation lawsuit between Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard after 3 weeks of trial. The jury concluded that Ms. Heard's statements were defamatory. Yesterday's verdict has left many people asking whether damages awarded in a defamation case are dischargeable in bankruptcy. Ordinarily, when a person files bankruptcy and receives a discharge, this means that the bankruptcy party's debts are eliminated and do not need to be repaid. Dischargeability depends upon what else the jury concludes. The bankruptcy code says that debts based on liability for willful and malicious injury by the debtor to another entity or to property of another entity are specifically excluded from the scope of the bankruptcy discharge. The Depp versus Heard jury found that Ms. Heard had acted intentionally and with actual malice to cause harm to Mr. Depp. This means that the jury's award of damages is likely not dischargeable in bankruptcy. To exclude a debt from the bankruptcy discharge, the willful and malicious nature of the bankrupt party's actions must each be proven independently. Bankruptcy law defines the term willful as a deliberate or intentional injury, not merely a deliberate or intentional act that leads to injury. Merely showing that someone committed a conscious act that resulted in an injury is not sufficient. The act must be shown to have been done with the intent to cause injury, okay? So What that basically means, girl, is that there is a legal difference between doing something that led to somebody being injured financially or reputationally, and doing something with the intent to hurt and harm the person financially or in their reputation. It's nuance and there is a difference. And because Unhinged actually was found guilty of malicious intent, doubled down and lied, she has the right to file for Chapter 11 after the 120-day grace period, but it's more than likely not going to be accepted, okay? Because filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy is a very nuanced and detailed process. They put forensic scientists on and forensic accountants on your case to pile through your finances to see if you have any lawsuits, etc. They get all up in your shit. Okay, so when that process begins and those forensic accountants actually get into the lawsuit part, then more than likely her Chapter 11 bankruptcy will be dismissed because she was found guilty of maliciously causing hurt and harm to Cardi B by way of defamation. Okay, now the attorney over on Really Be TV's platform who interviewed yesterday and spoke on it also said this. She said Unhinged filing for bankruptcy can help her get on a very low payment plan that Cardi B's team would have never settled for, and that would not have been allowed under normal circumstances. But the bankruptcy can make it acceptable, okay? Forcing creditors to have to take less than what they be entitled to outside of a bankruptcy filing. Now that would be in a hypothetical if Unhinged would not have been found guilty of malicious intent and then filed for bankruptcy. This would have helped her to get on a very low payment plan, okay? And Cardi's team and Unhinged's team would have to come together, negotiate, blah, 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 throw it backwards and forth, etc. And the courts would honor that, okay? But once again, because she was found guilty of malicious intent, her filing won't process through, okay? Unhinged is fucked. Unhinged is just fucked. She's fucked. And it's just, it's weird that we live in this day and age where people want problems. But then again, look, hurt people. Ninjas are deranged and demented and got real mental health issues. So, you know, it's just a self-sabotaging way to live. A self-sabotaging way to live. It is so crazy that she doubled down, talked all that shit, did all that barking, all that taunting, all that shit, just to turn around and try to evade the lawsuit and try to evade consequences. But if you were ultimately going to do just that, you could have just bowed out in the beginning before it ever got this bad. It wasn't necessary for it to get this bad. Unhinged was already at 1 million when all this happened. She lost like 40,000 plus subscribers after the verdict, etc. She has since got that back, of course. But it's like, what was the point? What was the point of doubling? I mean, I know what the point is. You know, I know this is just how narcissism works. Narcissists don't have any self-control. They go backwards and forth in their mind. They don't have the ability to actually mean what they say. They can say, I'm done. I'm stopping. And then in 2 hours, they're back on their bald-headed whole shit. They don't have any self-control. They are literally subjected and kind of bound to their disorder, to their personality disorder. You know, it literally requires fucking treatment. A normal, sane, healthy person would not have risked everything they had over clout they didn't need because just the back and forward she was able to do with Cardi alone was already enough. And once again, she was already at 1 million. You know, and she really didn't think this fucking through. And now allegedly the US Marshals are coming through her shit, seizing her shit. She's having to put accounts here and there, put shit in her children's name. And that's why I was saying early on that Cardi B won. Cardi B won. Not only on the surface did she win, and even if she never gets her money back, it's just like Larry Reid, I don't believe that Cardi B really sued Unhinged for money. She sued her out of principle. She sued her because she could. She sued her because she was going to let her know, you are not going to do this to me. You're just not going to. And every day that Unhinged got some shit going on as it pertains to this lawsuit, Cardi gets the emotional validation from it. Because that litigation and that verdict will have Unhinged running to and fro the earth. Over and over and over again. You know, and because she also has issues with IRS, you know, once again, trying to hide from Cardi is also hiding from them. And so Cardi B really got Unhinged's back in between a rock and a motherfucking hard place. Just like the litigation with Larry. You got somebody who is not middle class or high class now being responsible for thousands of dollars, potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when you think about it, for what? For what? For what? For what? What's supposed to happen with these smear campaigns, right? Because these smear campaigning has been going on YouTube since forever. And everybody who has been a part or been a victim of a smear campaign is still here, including Unhinged. Unhinged is constantly ran down on by other bloggers. She's still fucking here. What exactly is the point? The smear campaigns don't lead to a bitch not getting up on a platform. The smear campaigns don't lead to a motherfucker stopping what the fuck they doing. The smear campaigns don't do nothing. They don't do shit. They be smearless fucking campaigns. Thank you so much, Ladaya. Hey, boo. What is the point? And then the fact that the smear campaigns can lead to very damning consequences, jail time, creditors, contempt, gross legal fees and fines, etc. I just can't believe it means this much to people. It is so fucking weird that people are putting their self on the line, and for fucking what? For what? The bitch you can't stand gonna be here standing after you do all this and do all that. And I ain't talking about, this message ain't for the responders. This is for the people who are the initiators of bullshit. Because if you got to respond to some bullshit, then you got to respond to some bullshit. You know, it's fair game. I'm not talking about those who are responding to bullshit, but these weak ass antagonists. And then they the ones end up goofed out and looking goofy and deranged and demented, and then wonder why. Wonder why you got to now go reconsider a whole nother fucking career. Because you done blown yourself. You done blown yourself out of the fucking park. Now she got to walk around with the stigma. She got to walk around being the butt of the joke for the rest of her fucking career. She thought she was going to be the one to attach herself to Cardi's clout, but now she's the one who the joke is on. Same thing with the defendant in Larry's case, and with all of the fucking defendants to come. For what? For what? I could never imagine being this miserable. I could never imagine being this addicted and obsessed with people. I could never imagine why somebody you don't know means this much to you. You would, the way these motherfucking ninjas behave, bitch, you would think these hoes are scorn lovers. You would think these motherfuckers done fucked and plucked you and been married and birthed your children, girl. You would think these people done met in person. You would think these folk done had intimate access to you or some shit, girl. The way these bitches lose they fucking mind out here on these YouTube streets over motherfuckers who don't see them, you would think these are long lost lovers. The way these hoes be, they be angry, delusional, and fucking crazy. And then when somebody put paperwork on their ass and they get that work, now all of a sudden they want to rebrand. All of a sudden now they want to reconstruct. All of a sudden now it's time to change shit up. All that can happen way before shit goes from bad to fucking worse. And it's only going to go worse for the person who's on their bullshit. And now Unhinged done fucked around and found out. The stalker YouTuber in Larry's case done fucked around and found out. And a lot more people are going to be fucking around and finding out in various type of ways. I don't understand what's complicated about finding your niche on social media and doing what you do best. If you want to be a commentator, be a fucking commentator. Be a fucking commentator. The reason why I can't, I told you guys this one time before, and I thank you all as my audience. It's because of you guys why I don't beef, because I know you guys get invested. And I consider y'all when it comes to how I move, etc. And 3 years ago, when it was up and stuck on this motherfucker, baby, I learned how invested you all are. And I'm never going to put you all through a bunch of bullshit for nothing. If we're going to go to war, we're going to go to war when it makes fucking sense and where it can still be fun. When I'm talking about Unhinged and talking about a criminal whitehead girl, we're just doing commentary and enjoying ourselves. And just keeping up with what's going on in the social media space. And happen to be talking about folk who talking about us, but they're worth it to talk back to because they got more than what we have. They have a million robots everywhere. Okay? So, you know, we can take a bite out of crime and enjoy ourselves. I can't speak for other content creators, but I personally enjoy this shit. I enjoy getting up here and talking to you guys about everything from Raspy to spirituality to tarot to witchcraft to Christian mysticism to Beyonce to I enjoy the engagement. I enjoy dropping this fucking link and getting into some real shit and talking about society and toxic femininity and toxic masculinity and patriarchy and the shit that's impacting our community politically and intellectually, etc. Y'all have no idea how much I live for this shit. I live for getting up on this motherfucking microphone and getting up in front of everything you guys have sponsored and helped me to do and to produce for you guys. I live for that shit. We be up on this bitch sometimes for 12 fucking hours, 10 fucking hours, 8 fucking hours. On some real shit. And it makes my heart just ticker. It makes my heart warm. It gives me butterflies. We be all night. That's what we say. So, look, if hoes want to find out the hard way, if hoes like being sadomasochist, girl, they enjoy the hellishness of it all. They enjoy being in pain. They enjoy, girl, let bitches do what they do, girl. Okay. If folk want to be owing folk thousands of dollars and millions of dollars and want to be tied up in litigations, that's their motherfucking business. Okay. If you like it, shit, we fucking love it. Okay. So that is the commentary for today. I love you guys. And once again, stay out my inbox. Don't bring me no fucking bullshit. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got nothing but blessings going on over here, bitch. Okay. I got a birthday event to get to, girl. I'm about to go shake my ass and enjoy me a daiquiri, honey. Okay, and pull up with the crew, bitch. We just did season 2 of Bad Boys Texas episode 4 and 5 review. That's in Patreon. We also did some Jaguar and Legina Gold commentary in Patreon as well. So if you're in Patreon, make sure you check your emails and notifications and get into that Patreon content, etc. I'll more than likely be back with you guys tomorrow to get into some things, girl, because it's some things going out here. It's some things going out in the Hollywood streets, girl, that we got to do and get into, honey. I'm going to go and be fabulous. And I love you all. And light and love. Okay? Hi, bitch. Bye.